Here's something strange. Last year, for the first time in a long time, car insurance actually got cheaper. Rates fell about 6% in 2025. So why does the bill still feel brutal? Because that drop wasn't a refund. It was a plateau. After premiums jumped a staggering 46% in just 2 years, a 6% dip barely scratches it. And the real reason isn't your driving record, or your zip code, or some greedy insurance company. It's something bolted to the front of your car. So here's where the money actually went. Why a safer car can cost more to insure. And the one thing to check before you ever sign for a new one. Let's start with a simple fender bender. 10 years ago, a tap in a parking lot meant a new bumper cover, maybe $400. Today, that same bumper is a sensor array. Behind the plastic sit radar units, cameras, and parking sensors that feed the car's safety systems. On a 2026 RAV4, replacing that bumper and its modules runs $2,400 to $3,000 in parts alone. And it's not just the parts. After almost any repair, those sensors have to be recalibrated, aimed perfectly in a shop with special equipment. That line item didn't even exist a decade ago. Now, it shows up on more than a third of all repairs and adds $300 to $600 each time, over $1,000 on the complex systems. Add it all up, and the average crash repair has roughly doubled since 2008 to almost $4,800. Now here's the part that feels completely backwards. You'd think all that safety tech would make cars cheaper to insure. It prevents crashes, right? But not quite. The very sensors that help you avoid a collision are exactly what make the collisions you do have so expensive to fix. Insurers don't just price how often you crash. They price how much it costs when you do. That second number is called severity, and it's the one quietly driving your premium up. A car that's brilliant at avoiding accidents can still be brutally expensive the day it finally has one. And that is why the car you choose matters more than almost anything else. Take one driver, 35 years old, clean record, quiet suburb, and just changed the car in the driveway. A Honda CR-V cost about $1,900 a year to insure. A Tesla Model Y? Just over $2,900. Same driver, 50% more, purely because of the metal around them. So why such a huge gap? It comes down to 4 things you can read right off the window sticker. First, weight, because heavier cars do more damage and cost more to fix. Second, trim, since loaded versions pack in far more sensors. Third, the powertrain, because electric and hybrid cars run 15 to 30% above their gas twins. An EV's battery is part of the car's structure, so even a moderate side hit can mean replacing the entire pack. And fourth, repair network density. A Honda can be fixed almost anywhere, but an aluminum body truck or a European luxury car needs a specialized shop, pricier parts, and longer rentals. So what do you actually do about all this? Here's the good news. Insurance is the one big car cost you can shop before you ever buy. So before you sign anything, get the exact VIN and run it through 3 different insurers, including 1 local independent agent. Then, compare segments, not just models. Most compact SUVs, the RAV4, the Forester, land within about 12% of each other. But step up to a Model Y, and you're paying 35 to 50% more every single year you own it. Even the trim level matters. Jumping from a base model to a fully loaded one can quietly add $200 to $300 a year. And a rough rule of thumb, budget around $200 a month to insure a $50,000 electric car. So here's the bottom line. Insurance isn't climbing because of you. It's climbing because the average car became dramatically more expensive to repair. And all that hardware is never going away. But the single biggest lever is still completely yours. Which car you choose. We price the real 5-year insurance cost for every car at motivegrid.com, so you can see the gap before it ever hits your wallet. And this is a whole series. So, subscribe. Because next time we go after a cost that's even bigger than insurance and fuel combined. The one that quietly wrecks more car budgets than anything else, depreciation. The money your car loses while it just sits in the driveway. We'll see you there.